la 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 la.
Hey, stop that! Don't scribble on the walls! I'm making your room prettier for you, loser Nano. What? What happened? Rena, she drew all over the walls and then she pushed me. Oh dear Rena, what a beautiful drawing.
Maybe you're going to be an artist in the future?
Yeah, I'm going to become an artist and I'm going to make a lot of money.
We're counting on it.
Aren't you glad, Nano? Your sister made such a beautiful drawing for you. I don't like it. You don't understand how amazing this is? I said I don't like it. You should have drawn it on the walls of your own room. Even though I drew it all for you, Nano.
Shame on you, Nano! Why would you say something like that?
Don't you feel bad for your sister? But
you need to apologize.
Why does it always end up like that? Even when I look back now as an adult, my family was definitely twisted. We were a family of 4, with my parents, my older sister Rena, and me. But as you can see, my parents spoiled my older sister, and I was always being yelled at. My parents built our family home when we were little, but ever since I could remember, my older sister got whatever she wanted. And even though we were sisters, for some reason, her room was more than double the size of mine. Even though she got the much larger room, my sister would sneak into my room, and she would always scribble on the walls or punch holes in them. She would break my things and do whatever she wanted. Every time that happened, I would go to my parents, but it was always pointless. I finally realized that they would never fix it for me. So every time my big sister would trash my room, I started fixing the broken parts myself. I would try taping colorful paper over it or putting up a corkboard to hide it. For the marks on the floors, I would use YouTube videos as a reference and try to color it with brown crayon to camouflage the marks. Little by little, I became hooked on these little repairs. This is actually kind of fun. This became the beginning of my DIY life. Nano, I'm here to ruin your room again for you. Sure, do whatever you want. I'm going to fix it anyway. What's that? Gross. You're not gonna do it? How unexciting, that attitude. But also, your room just gets grosser every year, doesn't it? Isn't it cute? It's just patchwork everywhere. Yeah, and it's all your fault. It's a matter of your bad taste, isn't it? I don't really care whether you get it or not. When my sister realized I didn't hate it anymore, she stopped trashing my room. However, our situation at home was the same, and my parents would completely spoil Rena. She got an unlimited allowance, whereas I would have to hand in receipts just to buy papers for school. As soon as I graduated high school, I moved out of that house and I began living alone, which I think was the natural thing to do.
You're going to live alone? We don't mind that at all, but we're not going to help you.
Figure out your school fees yourself, too. We already have our hands full with your big sister anyway. Sure, I wasn't counting on you at all, so don't worry. I always knew it would end up like this anyway, because my sister got to go to the prep school she chose, but she didn't even study, and I hate to say it, but she ended up going to an F-rank college, just messing around day after day with our parents' money. It's no wonder our family didn't have any money. I'm so glad that I had saved up money from working a part-time job in high school. I moved into an apartment that was pretty close to my college, and even though it was an old building, I found a place that was very lenient on the interiors of the apartment, and I began living there. All right, I'm going to DIY to my heart's content. And so, I was a college student on one hand, and on the other hand, I was able to start my fully DIY life that I had only admired in videos up until now. I got permission from the owner and started with the flooring and the wallpaper. I did whatever I could to make it my own. I'm going to record the process as a memory. And then, about 3 months after I began the DIY process, it's done! Here, come in. What? This is super amazing! How is this possible? Based on the outside of the building, you could never imagine that such a fancy room was inside. Were we warped? Is there a teleportation device in the front door? I did it all myself, DIY. Wow! I invited my friends over to have dinner when one of my friends made a suggestion to me. Hey, did you take any videos of the creation process? Oh, I did take it, but why? Why don't you post that on YouTube? What? YouTube? You took out a student loan and you're working a part-time job while going to college and living by yourself, right? If that video goes viral, it might help you with your living expenses. That was a great idea, and with my friend's support, I started my own YouTube channel. I created a software that automatically puts a filter over you so that your identity doesn't get revealed. You're the best! That's how I started uploading my DIY life onto YouTube. In the beginning, I was barely getting 100 views on my videos. However, about 3 months after I started uploading, a compilation video of the DIY I did around my apartment went viral, and it got over 500,000 views. As a result of that, I instantly gained a lot of subscribers and succeeded in monetizing my YouTube channel. Congrats on the monetization! It's all thanks to you, Professor. Let me treat you tonight. No way. It's a celebration, so this is on me. No, me. Well then, it's on me. Please go ahead. What the heck? Oh, that reminds me. I have a favor to ask you, Nano. What is it? If you don't mind, will you DIY remodel my room too? Of course, you can record it. What? Are you sure? Thank you. Actually, I was running out of content and wasn't sure what to post next. How do you even want the room to look? I will leave it up to your taste, Nano. Over the next 3 months, I completely remodeled my friend's room. The videos from that also got great reactions. Hey, listen to this. I got a request to work for someone who saw my YouTube. Wow, that's amazing! You're going to do it, right? Of course! And so, while I was a student, I was also receiving requests for DIY remodeling, and I would turn the process into a video and post them on my channel. Before I knew it, my channel had grown to over 300,000 subscribers and had gained quite the reputation. At that time, I met a fellow DIYer named Mr. Masayoshi Sugio.
I'm always watching your videos. Oh, this is a carpenter's square that I really recommend.
Wow, thank you very much. Mr. Masayoshi was a full-time office employee, but just like me, he was uploading DIY videos onto YouTube. Through that connection, we recorded a collaboration video, and that's how we became friends. He had a personal motto of always living honestly, and I started to fall for him. And even after the collaboration, we began hanging out together. And then, right before I graduated college...
Will you please go out with me?
Yes! And this was the beginning of my relationship with Masayoshi. After I graduated college, I didn't get a job at any company, and instead, I started my own DIY company. Up until now, I was doing it in addition to my college life, but I wanted to put my all into it and make this my life. Fortunately, I was getting more requests than I could actually accept, and I was able to live a very fulfilling life. 3 years later, Masayoshi proposed to me, and we got married. At the same time, Masayoshi quit his job, and he became my business partner in the company that I built. We had our wedding in an independently owned cafe that I had previously renovated, and it was small and intimate. Not one person from my family was there. Masayoshi was very considerate, so I did contact them, but... A wedding in a cafe? How embarrassing! We're definitely not going.
You better not tell our relatives either. What an embarrassment. Wow, you must seriously be so poor. That's hilarious. How embarrassing!
Well, I had already anticipated this response, so I didn't care. And so I began my newlywed life. However, although things were going well, I suddenly got a notice that my grandmother on my father's side, who was living alone far away, had passed away. And what followed, of course, was the problem of the inheritance. My grandfather had already passed away, so it was going to be a discussion between my brother and his 2 siblings. But the most troublesome part was going to be the house that she was living in.
I don't need the house. I'll just take the cash. Are you kidding me? What are we going to do with the house then? I'll give it to you, big brother. You idiot! Even if the location might be good, the house itself is narrow and the building is over 60 years old and falling apart. Even if we demolish it and sell just the land, I would end up in a deficit. What am I supposed to do? Just getting a house like that? And you know I'm going to be taxed for it too.
Well then, why don't you build a new house there and move in? You can just think of it as not having to pay the cost of land.
Then why don't you do that yourself?
Excuse me, I live with my husband and his parents at their family house, obviously. That would be impossible for me.
Okay then, sure. I'll inherit that house. But in return, I'll also take all of the money. That's oppression!
That's right. This money should be split evenly.
You can't have everything you want.
After a massive argument, in the end, it was decided that one person would inherit the house and the money altogether. But in that case, everybody said that they didn't want it, but that they still wanted the money, and apparently the discussion wasn't going anywhere. But then, my mother called me and asked if I wanted my grandmother's house. Of course, under the premise that I would be paying all of the taxes on it. Basically, they were trying to force the rundown house onto me. However, I was making a living off of DIY and remodeling, so it was a perfect offer for me. I agreed on the spot, and I gained my grandmother's house from my parents. On the other hand, my parents were able to gain the entire inheritance of thousands of dollars, and they seemed to be in great spirits. I can really do whatever I want with it, right? Yeah, of course.
Sell it, burn it, whatever you want.
It's a perfect crap house for you. Suits you well, Nano. After we completed the transfer of ownership, my husband and I began the renovation together. This was the oldest building that we had put our hands on so far, and it was really falling apart in multiple places, so it did take us a long time. But all of our hard work paid off, and we were able to bring it back to life. It's done! Masayoshi and I moved into my grandmother's house that we remodeled and started living there. But then, we had the most unexpected guest.
Heya! I came here to visit you. You're welcome.
Rena!
Who could have imagined that crap little house would turn into such a fancy home?
What do you want?
What's your problem? Is a big sister not allowed to come see her little sister's new home?
You've got some nerve to say that after your history of completely destroying somebody else's room.
What are you talking about? Oh, is this what you mean? Ah! Sorry. My hand slipped.
Get out!
I came all the way here for you. Where is your hospitality?
Are you kidding me? I'll be collecting the cost of this wallpaper from you. You hear me?
Excuse me? Who do you think you are, Nano?
I should be asking you? You don't think you're being rude? Coming into somebody's house uninvited and purposefully messing it up?
But Mom and Dad said I could do whatever I wanted to your room, and they never got mad. You see, I'm just an artist.
Oh, please, an artist. You're just a self-proclaimed phony. You even went to an expensive art class but didn't even last at all. Even though you graduated college, but you're not even working and your parents are still looking after you, aren't they? If you have the time to come to my house, then why don't you go look for a job for once?
Shut up, you idiot Nano. I'm going to get married and become a full-time housewife, so I don't need to get a job.
I don't think any man would want a girl like that these days.
Of course there are. How rude.
If you don't want me to call the police for trespassing, then hurry up and get out.
Are you kidding me? Open up, Nano. You better remember this.
After that, I went to a lawyer friend for help, and I sent my sister a claim for the cost of damages for the wallpaper that she ruined. But then, this time, I got a call from my parents. Hey, Nano, what is this cost of damages? Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. Rena says she didn't do anything, though. Well, Rena is lying. Aren't you the one that's lying? I just so happen to be taking a video. Do you want to see it? Do you understand now? But that doesn't mean there has to be something wrong with you to sue your own sister for the cost of damages. So what if she's my sister? She messed up a house that I spent a lot of time and effort into cleaning up. If you had juice thrown onto the wallpaper of a house you just built, wouldn't anyone be mad? That's a house that we gave to you in the first place. Now you're trying to make me feel guilty? Unfortunately for you, I've already heard the entire situation from Auntie and Uncle. Thanks to me taking that house, you guys were able to inherit the money, weren't you? And not just a little bit, but quite the sum. I heard the three of you were on a family vacation with that money. Of course, I don't remember getting any invitation to that. So if anything, shouldn't you be the one grateful to me? Why are you talking back to me? This is why you've never been a cute kid. If your definition of cute is to do everything as the parent says, then I'll gladly say no thank you to that. Anyway, you better pay me the cost of damages. That's something that your sister did? Listen, just because my sister did it, the only person that forgives her for everything is you and Dad. Oh, and this incident made me realize that Rena is going to be 30 pretty soon, so why don't you stop spoiling her at home all the time and teach her some manners on how to be an adult? That is none of your concern. Unlike you, Rena actually cares about her parents and is a nice girl. We're absolutely never paying for that. Oh, really? Well then, shall we take it to court? Court? Why don't we make it clear in black and white from an objective point of view? Who's right and wrong? Are you being serious? Dead serious. Ugh! They must have realized I wasn't joking, and I later received the payment from my parents. I'm sure they knew that they wouldn't be able to win in court. At the end of that conversation, "After this, I can't think of you as my own daughter," my mom said to me, so... "Well then, all three of you, don't ever come anywhere near me again," I replied. In return for cutting off all ties and losing my family, I was able to gain a peaceful and stress-free life. It was really a refreshing feeling. Then, one day, through my YouTube channel, I got a message. To my surprise, they were asking to buy my grandmother's house that we had renovated. I discussed it with my husband, and we decided to meet with the person who messaged the channel.
I've been watching your videos for a long time, but the latest house that you uploaded was just so spectacular. And if you're open to it, I would like to purchase it as a holiday home.
Apparently, this gentleman was a fan ever since I first started uploading videos, and he was a super wealthy man owning multiple businesses. He said he comes around here often for work and that he wants to purchase it as a place to stay when he comes to this area.
Of course, I understand that this is a precious house that you inherited from your grandmother, and how much it must mean to you. Therefore, as for the price, including the land and the building, how's $300,000?
$300,000?
Was that too low? In that case, if you could, please, tell me your asking price.
No, that's too much, right, Masayoshi?
Yes! Even if we included the cost of the renovation, it wouldn't come close. But originally, it was a house that you inherited, Nano.
After that, as a result of our discussion, we decided to sell it for $200,000. We would have been happy with $100,000, but he insisted that was too low and refused to accept it. Originally, we always planned on living in it ourselves, so we had imported a lot of our belongings. But if someone who loved the house this much was going to live there, I figured the house would be happy too. 1 month later, we gathered our belongings and moved, and this gentleman who was our fan moved in immediately after.
Look at this! I finished moving in! This feels like a dream, that I would get to live in a house that you and your husband renovated together. I'm looking forward to taking care of this house.
We're thrilled to see that you're enjoying it.
Why don't we buy another house and renovate it?
Yeah, that sounds great. We didn't have any particular preference on where to live, so the two of us took our time looking for a new home. I never could have imagined that this perfectly peaceful life was once again about to be disrupted by that family of mine. One night, my phone was ringing, and when I checked the screen, it was from none other than my sister, whom I should have cut off all ties with. I'm going to ignore it. But then, next, I got a phone call from an unknown number. I had a bad feeling, but I couldn't let go of the possibility that it could be a client, so I answered.
How dare you ignore my phone calls, stupid Nano?
So it was you after all.
Whatever, anyway, can you bring me some more alcohol?
Huh? I don't understand what you're saying.
What do you mean you don't understand? Do you have ears?
Hey, Rena, are you drunk?
I'm drunk?
You are drunk.
I'm at your stupid house right now.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm having an after party at your house.
Huh? After party? What? Wait a minute, where are you right now? Don't tell me. Don't tell me you're at Grandma's house.
Obviously I am.
You need to get out right now.
Even if you try to kick me out, it's useless.
That's not my house anymore.
Huh? You're not making any sense.
I sold it to somebody who said they wanted it.
Who on earth would say they want this house? Do you think I'm stupid or something?
I never told you guys, but I have a YouTube channel.
And
I upload DIY videos and renovation videos, and I also uploaded a renovation of the house. Then, one of my viewers came to me and said they wanted to buy it.
As if that would ever happen. You know there's no point in lying to me.
I'm not lying. How did you get into the house anyway?
The back door was open. You're seriously so careless.
The back door? You mean it wasn't locked from the inside?
I broke it.
So you broke in. That's full-blown trespassing.
Too bad for you. This time you don't have any video evidence, so you can't collect any cost of damages from me.
You idiot sister.
Call me whatever you want.
Hey, what was that sound?
So sorry. Looks like my friend might have broken a glass. You have a lot anyway, so it's fine if you lose one, right?
You idiot!
Oh, and when did you get yourself a wine cellar? I don't know that much about wine, but it's going down like water. I'm going to take a few of these bottles with me, okay?
I couldn't let her cause any more damages, so I immediately called the police. At the same time, I explained the situation to the homeowner, and he replied that he would head there straight away, and Masayoshi and I jumped in the car to meet them there.
Hey, let me go. Nano, what is this about?
You idiot! I told you to never come near me ever again!
What is your problem? How is this fair, getting married and living in a beautiful house like this?
This house is my house.
The new homeowner just happened to be working nearby, so he rushed over to the house and stepped forward.
What? But who are you?
I'm the person who received this house from this couple over here.
No way! You weren't lying earlier?
How many times do I have to tell you?
Looks like you've really done as you please around here. You've opened my wine and broken my glasses.
No, it's all a misunderstanding. I thought those were all of my sisters and...
So, just because they're your little sister's things, you believe you can do whatever you want with them?
Well, obviously, because the brat is the little sister and I'm the older sister.
It seems you have quite the crazy sister. That must have been exhausting.
Yes, truly.
I'll apologize, see? So make the police stop.
Please, go ahead and take her.
Are you listening?
You're the one that refused to listen. What are you saying?
Hey, that hurts. No, hey, you have to forgive me.
I'll be collecting the cost of damages from you later.
No!
The police then took my sister, as well as her idiot friends that were trashing the house with her. After that, upon being convicted of trespassing, my sister received a collection letter for a cost of damages that made her eyes jump out of her head. Soon after, she came crying to me.
Nano, help me. How am I supposed to pay $300,000?
Why does it become this amount just for trespassing?
That house that Rena trashed actually belongs to a very wealthy man. I don't know the details, but he said he was storing all of his expensive wines in the wine cellar to age them properly. And yet, Rena opened and drank more than half of those. I think that alone was about $100,000 worth?
Well then, what about the other $200,000?
Seems like the glasses and plates that you shattered were also quite expensive. All of them were custom made, or ones that he purchased and imported from overseas. Oh, and since you were also reckless, there's the cost of all the furniture that you damaged, and maybe an added bonus for all of the inconveniences you've caused? You're earning quite a lot through that YouTube, aren't you? Originally, it was your house, so you need to take responsibility. That doesn't make any sense. If you hadn't sold that house, none of this would have happened. When I took this house off of your hands, I confirmed with you, didn't I? Whether I could do whatever I wanted with it. And you said, sell it or burn it, that I could do whatever I wanted. So all I did was do exactly as I was told, right?
Don't make up excuses!
Who's the one making up excuses?
I don't care, but you have to pay it.
No, thank you.
Can't you see that your real sister is in trouble?
I only have memories of my real sister causing me trouble, so...
You horrible daughter!
What are you saying, Dad? Not to point out the obvious, but the documents are addressed to Rena, aren't they? So why don't you just make Rena pay it herself?
How could we ever do something like that?
Rena isn't even married yet, you know. Look, how much are you going to spoil Rena until you're satisfied? To be completely straight with you, the reason why Rena ended up this way is completely your fault, Mom and Dad.
What do you mean, this way?
Unlike you, Rena is our sweet daughter. Is that so? Well then, why don't you guys front the $300,000 for her? For that sweet, sweet sister of mine.
We can't do that. That's obviously why we contacted you.
You need to pay the $300,000. This is getting ridiculous. What is there not to understand? I realized anything further was pointless and I hung up the phone. They kept trying to relentlessly call me after that, but I ignored them all. The three of them somehow found my current house and tried to force their way in, but I didn't tell them where I was moving to, and so it ended there.
What do I do?
It's okay, Rena. Your mom and dad are going to figure this out for you.
In the end, apparently my parents fronted the payment of $300,000 for her. Of course, it was a household that had spent all of their money on my spoiled sister, so there was no way they had any savings of that amount, and they had to go into debt. A few months later...
This is all for dinner?
I'm sorry, your mom is working hard too, but the loan payments are a lot. Perhaps she couldn't bear this lifestyle, but a few months later, apparently my sister left her parents that helped her and ran away with a man.
I'm going to go be happy. Thanks for paying back the loan.
My parents became so depressed that even though they had supposedly disowned me, they tried to ask for my address. But of course, I ignored them anyway. I don't know where my sister is now, but I have a hard time believing that such a horrible person could ever find happiness, no matter where she goes.
I wonder when my darling is coming. Yes? Who are you?
Are you Rena?
Yes, I am. And?
Your man tried to escape his debt and ran away, so we'll have you return it in his place.
No, no way. Surely this is some kind of mistake.
Isn't this your signature as the joint guarantor?
But that's because my darling asked me to sign, so...
Take her.
No! Let me go! Let me go!
Well then, hello there. Excuse me for coming in. After we confirmed with our school, Yumeino told us herself that she was the one who saved you. Yumeino, this is the gentleman, right? Huh? Little girl?
My name is Risa Ogata, 11 years old. I go to an elementary school in the city, and I'm a regular 5th grader. My parents got a divorce 2 years ago over the summer. When they got the divorce, they asked me who I wanted to go with. But of course, I chose my mom. My dad had an affair and hurt my mom, and I'll never forgive him for it. Living with my mom is really fun, and I am making a lot more friends in school. Every day, I was enjoying being a 5th grader. Except... Risa, ta-da! Look at this!
Huh? What is that?
Look, I got a perfect score on the math test. Wow, that's great. Congrats. By the way, what was your score, Risa?
Me? 65 points.
What? That's so low. But wasn't the test this time so easy?
Yeah, math isn't my best subject, so...
Really, I don't even think I studied for this test, but it was super easy. We must have different brains after all.
Oh yeah, Must be.
Hey, are you even listening?
Yeah, probably.
What do you mean, probably? You need to listen properly.
She's so annoying. Hurry up and leave me alone. This is my classmate Yumeno, who always likes to look down on me. As for why she's harassing me all the time, there's one reason for that, and that is... Hey, Yumeno.
Oh, Satoshi, good morning. I can't believe Satoshi is talking to me. What a lucky start of the day. Look, I got 100 on the math test. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. But why don't you stop picking on Risa already?
What?
Tests don't exist so that you can brag about your score. We take them to reflect on our abilities. You shouldn't get that twisted. I don't get it, but nice. After getting reprimanded by Satoshi, Yumeno shrunk smaller and smaller.
I'm sorry.
Satoshi didn't even respond to Yumeno's apology as he walked straight over towards me. Good morning, Risa. Did you say you got a 65?
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. Your score has gone up since the last test.
Yeah, exactly. I did what I could to do my best.
I'm proud of you. Let's study together again next time.
Yeah, thanks. Ugh, what the heck?
The reason why Yumeno was bullying me was because I was so good friends with Satoshi, the most popular boy in our class. Satoshi and I grew up in the same neighborhood, so our families would often hang out, and we were also good friends. Satoshi wasn't the type to be friendly to a lot of girls, so the fact that he was opening up to me must have made Yumeno mad. That reminds me, on Valentine's Day this year, he wouldn't accept her chocolates and she was so upset. But Satoshi and I aren't anything more than friends, and the fact that I get bullied for that is only stressful. I need to do something about it soon.
All right, kids, get to your seats. We're starting our morning homeroom.
Yes!
We spoke about this last week, but next Saturday we have Parent Observation Day. Please, do your best to have your parents participate.
Yes!
Then that day after school...
Stupid Risa. Who does she think she is? Just because she's friends with Satoshi, she thinks she's so cool.
But Yumeno, I know how you feel, but I don't think it should be anything too obvious.
I know that. Worst case, I can just rely on my mom, so it's fine. I'm definitely going to make her regret this.
A few days after that, the harassment from Yumeno was still continuing, but I was just brushing it off.
Hey, Satoshi, if you'd like, do you want to walk home together today? I said it.
What? I'm good. We have nothing to talk about anyway.
We have a lot to talk about, don't we? You know, like our hobbies and interests.
I'm not interested. Oh, Risa, I'm going to stop by the library on the way home today. What about you?
You're going to that girl again?
Oh, I'm sorry. My mom is working the night shift today, so she has to go in earlier than usual. So my curfew is early today so I can eat with her.
And you're going to reject him? How much more irritating can this be?
I see. Be careful and tell your mom I say hi.
Yeah, I will. See you, Satoshi.
Today's science test. I couldn't answer any of it. Mom is going to be so mad. What should my excuse be this time? This was going through my mind when in the next moment...
Huh? What was that? Did a bomb drop somewhere?
I immediately ran towards where the loud noise came from when...
What? An accident? It's a car accident!
I panicked and ran toward the accident. In front of me were two cars. Inside one car, one man was knocked out. I think this man is the victim, and the person who caused the accident must have run away somewhere. Sir, are you okay? Thank goodness, you're still conscious. I'm going to move you. It might hurt, but please bear with me.
Sorry.
I carefully pulled the man out of his shattered car, gave him some basic first aid in an open space, and waited for the police to arrive. Luckily, because my mother was a nurse, my knowledge about this area was pretty abundant. Yes, he is breathing well. He is losing a lot of blood though, so I will try to stop any further bleeding. My mom always taught me to carry 3 large handkerchiefs at all times. I squeezed the open wound with a handkerchief, and I placed my backpack on top. This was called direct pressure hemostasis. If only there was a test on first aid, I think I could get 100 points. The man had wounds on his arms and his legs. I squeezed the wound on his leg with another handkerchief, and I held his leg while we waited for the ambulance. Hang in there, sir. The ambulance should be here soon. Hang in there.
Thank you.
A few minutes later, the police and the ambulance quickly arrived. I explained the situation to the paramedics. He was very surprised that I had given such precise first aid, but at the same time, he was very grateful. I'm sure you're going to be okay. Please stay strong. And so, the man who was in the accident was carried off in the ambulance.
Hey, little girl, can I talk to you?
Yes.
Are you the one that called the ambulance?
Yes, it was me.
So it was you. The paramedics said that the first aid was done really precisely, but I couldn't have imagined that it was done by such a young lady like you.
That's because my mom is a nurse. I'm glad it was done well.
Thank you very much. You really helped us. Thanks to you, that man's life will probably be saved.
Wait, crap.
What's the matter?
I'm sorry. It's time for my curfew, so I need to go home. Thank you for your help.
Oh, wait a minute, little girl. What's your name?
Goodbye.
There she goes.
Excuse me. Did something happen here?
Ah, yes. There was a car accident here just now.
Car accident?
Yes, and there was a little girl who was the first person to come to the rescue, but I wasn't able to get her name, and she left. If she's a girl in this neighborhood, perhaps you might know her? She's probably around the same age as your daughter right here.
Huh? What were her special features?
She had pink hair, and she was a short little girl.
Wait a minute, is that? No, doesn't ring a bell.
Is that so? Well, thank you very much for your answer.
No problem. I'm very sorry we couldn't be of much help. Well then, if you'll excuse us. Yumeno, looks like that girl is the one that helped with the car accident.
Yeah, it was definitely Risa. She seriously gets on my nerves.
We need to make sure that she doesn't get any more praise beyond this. Ever since the Parents Association, that mother and daughter really rubbed me the wrong way.
I'm home. I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, Risa, welcome home. You were late today. Did something happen?
Oh, well, a lot happened.
A lot happened? Like what?
Actually, on my way home today, I came upon a car accident.
Car accident?
Yeah, and then a man was down in the car, so I called the ambulance and I did some first aid on him. Your first aid knowledge really came into use today, Mom.
I see. I'm so proud of you.
What? I broke curfew and you're not mad at me?
Of course not. Why would I be mad? If anything, I'm super proud of my daughter. Even if you have the knowledge of first aid, there aren't that many people who can actually put it into action. And plus, you're still a 5th grader. I think that was really impressive.
Mom.
Oh no, I need to get to work now. I left dinner out on the table for you.
Okay, thanks, Mom. Have a good shift.
That reminds me, I'm looking forward to next week's Parent Observation Day too.
Yeah, I'll do my best. And so, the day of Parent Observation Day.
Before we start class today, I have one announcement to make. Announcement? Last week, we got a call from a man who said he was in a car accident and was saved by a student from the school.
Wow, that's amazing.
Who? If it was someone from this class, please speak up now. The principal says that he would like to host a ceremony here to thank them for their bravery.
I'm so glad that man was okay. It's a little embarrassing, but I should raise my hand. I was getting prepared to say it was me when...
That was my daughter.
What?
Huh?
I couldn't believe it. The person who raised their hand was my classmate Yumeno's mother.
Yumeno? Is that true?
Yes, I saved him.
Wow, so it was you, Yumeno. The man who was the victim was extremely grateful. You did a great job. Well done.
Umeno is amazing.
You're a real-life hero!
Thank you.
Wait a minute, please.
What's the matter?
This mother and daughter, they're lying.
What?
The one who saved him was my daughter. Mom? Excuse me, what are you saying? Can you please not embarrass yourself in a place like this? I should be saying that to you. What are you trying to do, taking my child's accomplishments? Huh? Can you please stop accusing us of anything? It's not an accusation. Then what is it? Do you have any proof that Risa is the one that saved him? Well, that's... But my child would never tell a lie. Everyone, did you hear that? She doesn't even have proof, and this is her accusation. What a beautiful mother and daughter relationship, isn't it? But unless you have proof, it's pointless. Damn it. Well then, do you have proof that Umeno saved him? Excuse me?
Satoshi?
There also isn't any proof that Umeno was the one that saved him, unless you were recording that scene with the camera, or did the person who was in the accident come to thank you in person?
Well, that's...
What is with this brat? He looks like a kid, but he is some adult detective on the inside?
Well, everybody, please calm down. I can hear your voices echoing down the hallway.
My apologies.
Well, I'm sure you all heard, but I would like to host an awards ceremony right here on the spot. Will the person who saved the gentleman please come forward?
Yes!
Umeno, I'm so proud of you.
So it was you. Thank you very much.
It was no problem.
One more thing. Before we do the awards ceremony, the gentleman who was in the accident is insisting that he would like to thank his savior in person. Do you mind if I call him here?
What?
So you're saying that he is here?
Yes. He's insisting that he wants to thank them in person.
The man must be feeling a lot better. I'm so glad.
Well, that's good. Now it'll be clear which one is lying. No, this isn't good.
Well then, please enter the classroom. Well, hello there. Excuse me for coming in.
He's so scary. Is he a gangster?
Thank you very much for coming all this way to our school. Not at all. I asked to come here. After we confirmed within our school, Umeno told us herself that she was the one who saved you. Umeno, this is the gentleman, right? Little girl? Who are you? The one who saved me wasn't this girl. What? It wasn't her? No, it wasn't a girl like this. What? Well, in that case, do you remember which child you were saved by? Oh, it's that girl. What? You mean Risa? Yeah, no doubt that it was her. And Risa, what do you say?
Yes, I'm so glad that you're feeling better now, sir.
Thanks to you, my life was saved. I'm truly so grateful. Thank you.
Not at all. I just happened to be there at the right time.
Well then, everyone, it's very clear now, isn't it, that this mother and daughter were telling a ridiculous lie.
What? That mom and her daughter, they were both lying?
How awful. They want to be rewarded even if it's through a lie. That's seriously disgusting.
I guess this is why they say the apple doesn't fall from the tree.
Shut up! Umeno and Umeno's mom, can you please explain to us what exactly is going on here? Hey you, are you sure that memory of yours is really correct?
Course it is. As if I'd forget the savior who helped me.
Nope, I can't believe that! You were in an accident. There's no way that you should be able to remember somebody's face.
Well then, let me say this. Just earlier, I was able to pull the footage from our drive recorder, and we could see this little girl in the camera clear as day.
What?
I also confirmed it with the policeman on site. There ain't no mistake. Even then, are you trying to tell me that my memory is wrong? Huh?
No, well, that's...
Not only that, but this little girl, she wasn't intimidated by the accident one bit, and she applied first aid to my wounds perfectly. From what I heard from the police, her mother's a nurse, and that's why she was able to give such precise first aid. If you two are gonna tell me that it was you who saved me, that would make you a nurse. Is that right?
Well,
That's enough. This is painful already. How about you admit to your lies and apologize?
damn it!
Huh? What? You telling me you can't apologize? Until you do, I ain't moving from this spot. Actually, how'd you like to come to our headquarters?
That's not going to happen!
Then hurry up and apologize, you piece of crap!
I'm sorry.
What a pathetic parent. Hey, you need to apologize too. Telling such a pathetic lie like this, you ain't gonna become any decent adult. You hear me?
Risa, I'm really very sorry. I will never do anything like this ever again. Whether they were actually sorry or not aside, they were embarrassed in such a big way in front of all these people, so that should be enough. At least that's how I felt. Sure, it's fine now.
Alright, well now that's one case closed. I really can't thank you enough, Risa. You're probably gonna become an amazing woman.
Yeah, thank you. And you too, sir. I hope you make a full recovery soon.
Yup, well then, I'll excuse myself now. Sorry for interrupting your lesson, teacher. Well then, let's all reset. We will be hosting Risa's award ceremony. Risa, thank you very much. What you have done is something that most adults wouldn't be able to do. Please, keep this feeling close to you as you continue to grow into a proud adult.
Yes. So in the end, I was able to receive praise from the principal like this. My classmates and their parents gave me a really warm applause, and I was able to hold my head high with confidence that I did the right thing that day. However, there were two people who were clapping really awkwardly. It was really satisfying to see Yumeno and Yumeno's mom standing there in silence. Perhaps because of this incident, Yumeno's bullying completely stopped. And perhaps because she was lying, she was outcast from the class. Yumeno's proud family eventually decided to transfer schools shortly after.
Seriously, what a helpless mom and daughter they were.
Hey Satoshi, thank you for defending me that time.
That was a given. There's no way that someone like Yumeno who only thinks about herself could ever save someone. And she definitely doesn't have that kind of courage. Plus, I know there's no way that you would lie, Risa.
I'm so glad that I'm friends with you, Satoshi. On the other hand, after the man was released from the hospital, he once again came to thank us. And in the end, he treated us to some delicious sushi. Not only that, but he also presented us with a ticket to help you anytime you need it coupon. I need to make sure I use it when I need it the most. Hey Mom, I know I'm not that good in school, but one day I want to have a job where I can help people too.
I know you can do it, Risa. The most important thing is that feeling of wanting to help others.
Yeah, when you do something good will happen to you in return. From now on, if I ever see anybody in trouble, I hope I can have the confidence to not hesitate to reach out my hand.
With this, Seiya will finally come back to me! So, why did you decide to join the club at school?
I'm not that good at sports, so I'm thinking the culture club.
Damn it!
Did someone just run away from in front of the restaurant?
Oh dear, a customer? But today we're closed, so that's weird. Did someone just come here? Wait, what is this? This box? Sumire?
Dad?
My name is Angelica, but everyone just calls me Angie. As you can see, I'm a drag queen. You should go down to this beauty.
Mama, this is everything we need to buy today.
That's it! We're going to have my special rice and stew for dinner tonight.
Yay!
This is my daughter that I've raised, that I'm not biologically related to, Ayame. This year, she just started middle school. She's still a little kid, but even then, 12 years have gone by in a flash. Only 6 years until she's an adult. I need to make the most of my time that I get to be with her.
With this, Saya will finally come back to me.
So, did you decide which club to join at school?
I'm not that good at sports, so I'm thinking the culture club.
We were having this normal conversation when we both saw someone run away from the front of the store. Today was our day off, so I can't imagine that any of our regulars would make that mistake. In that case, was it a first-timer? But in this area, my restaurant is famous for a few reasons, so that's strange. But then... Sumire?
Dad?
I heard the loud scream of Sumire, who's Ayame's dad and lives with me. Ayame and I rushed over to the store in a great hurry, and there was a shocking sight. Whose child is this? How am I supposed to know? There was a cardboard box thrown outside the shop, and I was wondering what it was, and I looked inside, but there was a baby in there. Excuse me? More importantly, we should hurry up and take it to the hospital. The baby is quite skinny, so it's light. It's almost scary. Sumire's hands were almost shaking as he held the baby. I also ran over to look at the baby myself, but just as he said, it was very skinny and taking shallow breaths.
Is the baby going to die?
I don't know, but we need to hurry to the doctor. Hello, it's me. Get in the car now. I called one of my drag queen friends and had them bring their car. As we rushed to the hospital, the baby was rushed into the emergency surgical room, and a few hours later, the doctor finally came out.
You must have found the baby not long after they left her. She was severely malnourished and her skin was also very irritated.
So, the baby...
We can't say for sure yet, but we're going to do our best. That little girl is doing her best to survive.
According to the doctor, as long as she could survive the night, there was a good chance that she would be able to make a recovery. We tried to kill the uneasiness inside of us as we went back home. Ayame was crying the whole way home. Aya, even if you're crying, the baby won't get better. The best thing we can do right now is to go about our lives as usual.
But who would do something so awful to a baby?
I know, honey. Plus, why in front of our shop?
Yu Kawauchi.
What?
There was a name written on the clothes that the baby was wearing. I don't know if it was the baby's name, but it's a place to start.
Sumire?
I don't know what kind of monster would do something like that to a baby, but I swear I will sniff them out and make them pay for what they've done.
You're right. As a fellow parent of raising a child and as a human, we can't just let this go by. I'll help you.
I'm counting on you.
Yu Kawauchi, huh? What's the matter, Aya?
Koichi? You Koichi? I'm pretty sure that's the name of one of my classmates.
What? He's supposed to be in my class, but he's never actually come to school. According to someone who went to elementary school with him, I think they said around 4th or 5th grade he started showing up less and less to school.
Hey, Angie.
That smells fishy.
Hey, it's me. Sorry to bother you when you're busy. Do you have a minute?
Brother, sorry to keep you waiting.
I'm sorry, Yasu. Even though I left, I still contact you.
Don't worry about it, you're my brother forever, brother. So, about this kid named Yu Kawauchi, I found out that he's the son of a woman that lives in a tiny rundown apartment about 15 minutes from here, named Shoko Kawauchi.
Do you know the address?
Of course, sir. Should we barge in?
No, I'll take it from here. If I use you too much, Yasu, boss will be angry with me.
I know the boss still cares about you too, brother. Well then, I'll excuse myself now.
Thanks, man.
Next time you come, I'll treat you to a meal on us. Looking forward to it.
Well then, I'm going to see what's going on in that apartment. I'm worried about this kid named Yu, too.
Alright, I'll leave that to you. You can leave the restaurant to me.
Alright.
Dad, please be careful.
I will. See you guys later.
Who is it? A robber?
You must be Yu Kawauchi.
Yeah, and you are?
We can talk later. Come on, let's go.
Oh dear, you're awake! What? Where am I? This is the diner Food Angel.
Mama, I brought this rice porridge.
Thank you, Aya. Well then, sit up now. I can eat this, but I don't have any money. You don't need to worry about that. Come on, go ahead and eat.
Oh, okay. Thank you. It's so good. It's so good.
Once you're done eating, let's get you in the bath. Then you can rest as much as you need.
Yeah.
Good morning, how are you feeling? For breakfast this morning, we have mixed fruits and toast and yogurt for you.
Good morning, ma'am. I feel so great.
Thank you very much for saving me.
My name is Yu Kawauchi.
And I am Angelica. This is my daughter, Ayame.
Nice to meet you. I'm actually your classmate. I am Ayame Takana.
I see. I guess that means that middle school already started, huh?
Would you mind telling us exactly what happened? When I was in 4th grade, my dad and mom got a divorce. I don't really know the reason why, but right after that, my mom brought her boyfriend over. And then last year, I think, my mom got pregnant. At first, she seemed really happy that once the baby was born, she could marry her boyfriend, but... Well, I cannot let this devil get away with this. Why don't we turn their heads into apples? Huh?
You! Keep going! Keep going!
After that, my mom started going crazy and throwing tantrums, and until recently the baby was in our house, but I was wondering where it went. Oh yeah, what about that man that helped me? I'm home. Looks like you're feeling a lot better than you were yesterday. Yes, thank you very much for rescuing me. Don't worry about that. Importantly, I got a call from the hospital this morning. They said the baby held on and is heading towards her recovery. She's fine now. Apparently family members can go and see her. The baby is healthy? Yeah, there's no need to worry anymore. Thank goodness.
Don't you want to go and see her soon, you?
Yeah. Apparently those two are coming back later tonight. What? Look, I'm also frustrated. We need to show them what happens when the gorilla of Nichome and a former gangster get cut loose. We sure do. Today and today only, I think I'll go back to the first generation of the gorilla of Nichome and peel back a skin or two. Hey, Ayame, these two, exactly who are they?
This is my super powerful mama and my dad. As long as the two of them are here, everything will be fine. Leave it to me.
Hey, Saya, don't you think it's time you think about marrying me?
Yeah, fine. If it's gonna become just the two of us, then sure, I'll marry ya.
Ah!
They're just so rotten from head to toe that I want to throw up. Well then, why don't I show you right to hell?
What are you doing? Who are you?
We will talk later. Well then, both of you, let's hurry up and carry them out. Aye! Well then, let me introduce myself. I was asked by the mama of Food Angel, Angelica, to come and punish you two as you deserve. I'm the drag queen warrior.
Huh? That doesn't make any sense.
You really think that you can get away with doing this, huh?
Oh, Food Angel. Isn't that the name of the drag queen's diner? Gross. Even though he's gay, calling it Food Angel, that's hilarious.
Should I summon you now, you bastard? Huh? Calm down, warrior. We still have plenty more to burn them for. You're right. The clothing that the baby was wearing said Yu Kawauchi on it. Didn't you put that on it?
I didn't want to buy new clothes just for it, so I found it somewhere in the closet. The preschool is so annoying if we didn't write their names on anything. I messed up. I completely forgot what the name was written on that.
Wasn't there a time when you were much more of a mother? How could you do such a horrible thing? These two clearly can't imagine for a second the pain that Yu was going through in this house.
Huh? Oh, that reminds me. He's not even here. Did he leave? Hey, Saya, now will you marry me?
This idiot hag was crying and begging for help, but as for her precious little boyfriend, he was sobbing with such a scrunched up face it was a pitiful sight. I can't do this anymore! I'm breaking up with you!
What? But why? You can't leave me!
Shut up! I only ever thought of you as the ATM anyway, but if I have to get stuck with this kind of nonsense, then I don't need you anymore!
But no, that's too much! Why does this keep happening to me? All I ever wanted was to be happy, but wait, ow! Let me go, you piece of crap!
Despite the way I look, I used to be on the basketball team, honey.
Huh?
Why don't I show you how good the gorilla of Nichome is at dribbling? Take that!
Ow, 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 ow!
There it is, Mama's death blow move, the dribble on the face! Sumide, pass! Next, let me introduce you to my former gangsters course.
No, I don't want to! Stop, please!
Take that! This is for you! This is for the baby! And this is for all the moms and dads around the country! Drown in hell, you human garbage! Woo! One last shot from brother, a slam dunk! Well then, shall we play one more game? Look how fluffy she's become! Yes, there's nothing to worry about anymore. She really fought hard. Isn't that great? Yeah, Doctor, thank you so much! After that, the baby was able to make a full recovery, and she soon would be released from the hospital. It turns out that they hadn't registered her birth certificate, so after we had completed all of this unnecessary documents, the little baby was named Shu Kawauchi. That horrible devil old hag and her boyfriend were nicely taken away by the police that we called. Right after they were arrested, apparently they were crying out that they were beaten up by a masked drag queen and a gangster, but nobody seemed to take them seriously. But of course not without any evidence left behind after all. The mother was sentenced to 5 years in jail, and the boyfriend was given 3 years. After all this, I hope that they spend their days locked up regretting what they did. You can't accept that these horrible idiots would become released in just 3 years and 5 years? I feel the same way, but there's a limit to what the law can do. But don't you worry. Once those two come out from behind their bars, the gang that Sumire used to be a part of, the Yamamoto gang, are already on standby. As it turns out, the two of them together have already gotten involved in black market money. They said they'll be tightening the screws nice and tight back on them. Well then, you and Shu, your relatives, are going to take you in, right?
Yeah, Yasu looked into it for me, and once we told that crap mom's sister everything that happened, apparently she asked to take them in herself. When the parents got divorced, apparently she went to ask if the kids were gonna be okay, but after that she moved and didn't know where her sister had gone.
I see. Well, thank goodness the sister was a decent person.
But I guess that means Yu's gonna change schools, even though we just became friends.
She said she would love for you to come and visit them sometime.
Really? Well, isn't that wonderful, Ayame?
Yeah, that makes me happy. I can't wait to see little Shu too.
All that being said, these past few days felt like a hurricane.
Seriously, why don't we close up shop for a few days and go on a little trip together?
Oh, come on, that's amazing! Hot springs, a fancy dinner, ping pong?
Can I come too?
Of course, because we are a family after all.
Can I invite Yasu too?
He was our soldier in the shadows all this time. We need to show him our appreciation. What we all did this time isn't something that should be praised, but you know, this world sometimes needs dark heroes. I don't want a world where the weak have to cry themselves to sleep. From now on, Sumire and I will continue to protect those that we can. Anyone that's within our reach. What we're trying to say is that a drag queen and a former gangster make a great tag team. And we need to make sure that the world knows that. And of course, most of the time, I'm just the kind mama that runs the restaurant Food Angel. This doesn't mean that I like to get my hands dirty, so don't get that twisted. This incident was an irregularity out of irregularities.
How about the last weekend of this month?
Yay!
That's perfect! Let's make the posters and put them up saying that we'll be closed on those days. And we can bring back lots of souvenirs for our regulars. As you can see, the last weekend of this month, Food Angel will be taking some much needed time off. So I hope that you're all having a wonderful weekend too.